I'm John from Fly 8 Mike Alpha, CFI turned airline pilot turned back to CFI. Come along on my journey, flying Alaska to Florida and beyond. Last time on Fly Mike Alpha, Steph and I blast out of King Salmon, leaving all of the mosquitoes behind us, and head over to one of the most amazing places I've ever flown to, probably ever. Just this crazy place called 10,000 Smokes. It's just different landscape and different colors and different contrasts, and it looks like you're in a desert, but there's glaciers. It was absolutely incredible. After that, we continued our trip on over to Kodiak, swinging by Hollow Bay first. Saw some amazing glaciers there, made a low pass on the beach, but then decided to shoot straight to Kodiak, popped in, and had our friend Paul come over to the airport, pick us up, and give us a ride downtown to go explore. We got to have dinner with him and then did a little bit of exploring on our own, driving around, checking out some places we wanted to go the very next day. This awesome little seaplane base next to the airport downtown that we really wanted to land at the first time, but instead we landed at the Class Delta airport because of the crazy winds, and then wandered around a little bit more. What's that plastic bag sound? Well, that's the plastic bag on my foot frickin' earlier because I wasn't smart enough to put my shoe inside the tent when it rained last night. After we got the shoe sorted out, we went ahead, hopped back in the car, and headed over towards the airport, passing by some rather unique smells along the way near the fish processing plant. It's unique. For sure.
Very unique.
Very. Even the dog is kind of like, please go, like, spray something. Even Axe is better than this.
And then we hit the airport for...
How to break into an airport when you forget the code. Simply stick cell phone through gate. Hold up cell phone and video record mode to the code. Bring cell phone back around. Cancel video and read the code. And code is now solved. Score! Just kidding, we really hit the airport because I had to pick up some more camera gear, get everything charged up out of the airplane, and bring it back over to the house. And then we swung by Walmart for a couple little quick errands, and because one of my main camera chargers died, we had to go ahead and try to replace that. Luckily, Kodiak has a Walmart. And who would have thought you could buy a laptop in Alaska for $167? You're in Kodiak, Alaska, and need a charger. And what costs $7 on Amazon is $25 in Walmart, in Kodiak.
At least there's a Walmart in Kodiak.
There's a Walmart in Kodiak. There's a Walmart in Alaska. Who would have known? Guess this is what it's going to be. Got to make videos. Got our awesome Subaru Outback Paul hooked up for us. We've got a dog that came with it, or maybe we came with the dog, I don't know. And Walmart in Kodiak, Alaska. It's the same everywhere you go. It's still gross. Still Walmart. How much does a Toyota Tundra go for in Kodiak, Alaska? I used to have one of those. $6,200 for 150,000 miles. Doesn't look bad. I sold mine for like $3,000. So after we were done running our errands and had everything we needed, we headed on back to the house and got to bed early that night so we could get up early the next morning and have an awesome day on the trails mountain biking. How often is it sunny in Kodiak with bikes?
Never.
Never ever. Oh my God, this is awesome. This is good. This is going to be a fun day. Lots of biking. Can I still be Captain John, Captain Jack Sparrow, with a dog instead of a parrot? Oh, and it's licking my ear. It's licking my ear. It's great. All right, so we are on the top of a mountain somewhere, or top of a hill rather, looking for the top of the mountain. We're gonna do a little reconnaissance because we can't find the trail. So we got the drone. Just gonna go on a little search mission here and find out where the heck are we supposed to actually be. So after getting just a little over halfway up the mountain, we decided to ditch the bikes and start walking up the rest of the way. Unfortunately, the cameras died before we got to the top, so we don't have that on camera actually to show you.
Oh, so we did make it all the way up to the top?
Okay, well, yeah, we may not have made it all the way to the top, Steph, but it is like a 2-day hike, and I'm from Florida, and I do flat ground. So either way, here's some awesome drone footage, and I was ready to come down. We did have to make it back to Anchorage later on that night, and had to get all the way from Kodiak back to Saldovia, and then back up to Anchorage, so we didn't exactly have, a day or two to spend here. This is Paul Kodiak, Kodiak Paul, and this dude absolutely hooked it up, is an absolute legend, because we had an amazing trip to Kodiak, all because of him, totally set up, cannot tell you how much we appreciate it, all the biking, all the flying, everything around Kodiak, all because of this guy. That's why we came here. And if you guys are ever in Kodiak, you gotta look him up. Stay tuned for all his flying adventures. For when you get your license and you start making your own flight vlog videos and everything, flying around Kodiak, flying around these beaches and these mountains. It's happening soon.
Kodiak Tower, ATIS information, Charlie, 2353 Zulu, wind 300 at 8, gust 17, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 19er, dew point 05, altimeter 29er 86. Expect the visual approach to runway 26, landing runway 26, departing runway 8. AirMed information for Kodiak, available on flight service frequencies. Advise on initial contact, you have ATIS information, Charlie.
Kodiak ground, Cessna 296 Delta, ready to taxi, request runway 29er, northbound with Charlie, out of transient.
Cessna 62 Delta, hold short runway 8 at Foxtrot.
Hold short runway 8 at Foxtrot 62 Delta.
All right, November 62 Delta, turn left onto runway 8 and then right onto runway 29er, back taxi approved, advise you're ready for departure.
Copy, we'll turn left on runway 8 and then back taxi runway 29er and we'll call when ready, 62 Delta.
So, yeah, definitely one of us rode the bike through that bear poop that smelled like dead fish. It was dead fish, actually.
I think it was just something that was dead.
It
like
was definitely
a dead
fishy.
Animal.
It has a nice fit. Do you don't smell the fishiness?
This entire town smells like dead fish.
That is true. But I feel like it's originating from back here right now.
I don't say that in a bad way.
It's a very pleasant dead fish smell.
What it is.
Yeah, totally.
2 Delta, wind 290 at 12, runway 29, clear for takeoff, caution, men, approach, men right of runway, approach end. Right turn out to the north is approved, report landing assured municipal.
Copy, so we should stay in this frequency then for municipal?
Yep, they're outside of the airspace, but if you tell me that you're there, then I can keep people coming and going from that area, give you traffic calls and stuff, so it's...
Copy, sounds good. 6 Delta, thank you.
You bet. It's funny, the basin is in our space, but the municipal isn't.
Huh, interesting. Yeah, well, we're just going to go do a touch and go or two, and we'll let you know when we're out of the space altogether.
Oh, that works. Or you could just keep us advised that you're going to be operating and doing touch and goes, and then, yeah, when you leave the airspace altogether, that's even better.
Copy. Thanks so much for the help, 6 Delta.
Yeah, no problem.
It's a lot of talking during takeoff.
That was not my fault. Tower kept talking to me. I think she's into me.
Is that a Cessna you're flying there?
Cessna 170.
You know what, actually,
170, thank you.
now I think so too.
If you want to go for a ride, girl, let me know.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Trouble. Okay, so I know that might have been a little lengthy getting out of there, but I really want to share that with you guys to give you the full story here on Steph's new friend in Kodiak, the air traffic controller. So anyways, it's time for us now to shoot on over to Muni, or Municipal, and go check out that runway, because it's got this really interesting slant that we saw there last night when we were walking around. I really want to show you guys kind of what it's like coming into a runway with that really big slant to it and kind of that undulating terrain, and then taking off out of there as well.
So how are you going to plan to handle the slant?
So we're gonna aileron into the wind and rudder away to keep it lined up.
Well, yeah, normal crosswind approach, but what are you going to deal with the upsloping runway?
Oh, the upsloping.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna wait, or I'm gonna
Just land long?
land long, flare a little bit more than usual for my wheel landing. Watch out for that tree.
Oh yeah, that's a good call. Big tree.
6 to Delta short, final runway 2, Kodiak. Pretty gusty. Oh, jeez.
Full power. Oh, okay, full stop. That works too. So...
Weird winds.
Yeah.
The windsocks are not doing the same thing.
The same thing. No, they never do. Well, it's up to you. Do you want to take off uphill with a little headwind or downhill with a tailwind?
Headwind. You don't agree?
No, I don't. I would go all the way down there and I would swing this thing around and I would take off downhill into descending terrain. You got rising terrain there. I don't like that. I mean, we can watch this windsock if it's like a raging tailwind, like 20 knots maybe, but that runway is really uphill.
It is.
And this airplane's not going to accelerate very much uphill. Up to you. Does this look good?
Yeah.
You good with this?
Yep.
Cool. 20 flap. Short field takeoff.
Kodiak Municipal, Cessna 62 Delta is on the roll. Runway 30. We'll be making a left downwind departure.
All right, don't burn up runway. Let's get power and get that right aileron in there.
Say again? What?
Power and aileron. There, I like this way a lot better. We've got a lot more room
That is a huge downhill.
Yeah, it's a huge uphill to have to fight going the other way.
Oh my goodness. That is a very strange runway, and why is it paved? I don't know.
You don't like pavement.
No.
You're like, pavement's bad.
Sucks.
Pavement is evil. Cool, you want to let her know we're gonna just kind of circle around, climb up, and then head on over to Soldovia?
Yeah.
So needless to say, our departure from Kodiak was fairly interesting. We both had a little bit of a learning experience here. But we'll go ahead and put that up on the flight training channel for you in separate videos and on the website flymycalf.com. We're using a lot of this footage to combine up into our courses for private instrument and commercial ground schools and the private pilot and instrument pilot survival courses for everything you need to know after you get your private pilot certificate or your instrument rating. Either way, we did have an awesome flight back to Soldovia, got to file a VFR flight plan with flight service, which I hadn't actually done in a while, and we got to kind of refresh together with Steph and I of how to do all that. And we'll throw that up on the flight training channel for you guys as well. But either way, the 170 performed awesome up at 11,500 feet, cruising back to Soldovia, getting us there nice and safely over the probably 40-degree Fahrenheit waters that I definitely did not want to be going swimming in. And we were able to get into Soldovia, drop off some gear, and pick up some more gear just in time before sunset. It's officially time to head back to Anchorage. Somebody has to go be a real pilot tomorrow. I know I have to pretend to be have a real job or something. Ugh. Gross. That's a bummer, but we get to fly back to Anchorage with this sunset, which is pretty freaking awesome. And these sunsets last forever here. Steph's being so kind, loading up the airplane all by herself, but she forgot a wheel. But I'm sure she'll get it. So I'm just kidding. Of course, I loaded up the airplane while Steph went ahead and pre-flighted, and we shot out of Soldovia on up to Anchorage and had this absolutely breathtaking sunset to watch the entire way to Anchorage. Up here, because the sunset's so late, these sunsets just last forever, and for over an hour flight to Anchorage, we had the most amazing view out to the west.
2962 Delta, proceed direct to right base, runway 14, clear to land, report down and clear.
We got a couple little surprise guests when we landed in Anchorage, and after that we headed back to the house to do some more planning for our next adventures the very next day.
So like when you're taxiing at night, you want everything in the cockpit to be totally dark.
Okay.
Because it's not helping you whatsoever. There's not a single, light in here that's going to help you see outside. Anything that's light in here is just going to damage your night vision to see outside.
Yeah.
So if you can turn off the
Especially
entire panel.
because there's moose right there.
Yeah, there's just moose hanging out right. They want to let them know that.
And Anchorage Tower, 62 Delta is on taxiway here. Moose are going into the runway and are on the taxiway.
Okay, thanks for heads up.
Those are some big
Airport
moose.
10 or wildlife on frequency.
Oh, poor little guys are scared.
Tower, go ahead.
Oh, I want to hear this.
After landing the strip, just reported moose running from the taxiway onto the runway. You want me to show it closed? Copy that. Wildlife. Wait, Roger, you want me to show 3-2 closed for now, or wait? Affirmative, yeah, show the runway closed, and I'll open it back up when we've gone. Roger.
Next time on Fly at Mike Alpha, we get a great weather window to shoot back over to the Knik Glacier. We actually get to land out there this time and walk around, checking out the ice field out there, and then spend an entire day hiking up to the very top of Flat Top, dragging C up with us, braving hurricane force winds to get some awesome footage of cloud formations around mountains for the online ground school at fly8mikealpha.com.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. 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 We are some lucky people.
Yeah. That's a little understatement.
That is a firm.
Oh man.